Right, so there's a video recording, right? So this is the what we would call the buildings that is being demolished, demolished, and concrete bricks are being replaced. So on this here, right, this we're pointing at, this is asphalt. This is asphalt, you know, so I'm saying asphalt, which comes from a pitch lake, you know, which holds the bricks together, you understand, as the old bricklayers would put some of the techniques they were put in place on the what we call on the houses, you know, to build the houses, you know, to keep the energy alive, because everybody know what pitch is. Pitch is a bicomponent of what we call oil, the same crude oil that's put in a car engine, the same oil that's put to make NOS, you understand, the same oil that's put in a plane, you understand what I'm saying, comes from the pitch lake, comes from the tire. A conversion rate, right? There's a conversion rate, you know, converted chemically, right? I know what happened there, you know, as I say, certain nonsense is happening, you know, right, so yeah, so this is the pitch, and this is what we call a different component, you know, this is a different component here, you know, and if you all seen, this is a different component of the of what you call the brick formation with different minerals in it, different minerals that they take from the earth and what we say, bake it, you know, to a certain temperature to harden it, you understand what I'm saying? Well, as I said, they're destroying all the buildings on them, they're destroying all the ancient buildings that can hold and sustain our body, you understand what I'm saying? So this is the mashing it up, you know, they're mashing it up and they're destroying the place, you know, to make money, to make finances, you understand what I'm saying? And hold the place as territory, and then they're building those structures, they're building those structures after they mash up the building, you know, that can't even stand the hands of time. If the earth is to shift, when these blocks and them are formed, the building itself will still hold it force. It won't crack from the brick, from the cheap brick they're using to build the new buildings they are building all around the place, you know, that have no form of what we say materials, natural earth binding materials. It have stone materials, you know, but it have other compounds inside of it that is not actually conducive to hold the mass of, let me say, a 5.2 earthquake, you know, or a 6.2 earthquake, you know, on the meter, you know, on the whatever the rate. Sometimes I forget, I'm talking fast, my brain clicking right now, you know, so I'm thinking about multiple things at the same time, right? So that's happening here, right? This actually taking place here right now, you understand what I'm saying? So when the earth shake, and we get a 5.2 earthquake or a 6.2 earthquake, it will, the concrete blocks that they're using, the cheap concrete cement blocks they're using now, will crack with the magnitude, because the earth shift. But when these components hold by tar, you understand what I'm saying, pitch, you know, from the pitch lake, which comes from Trinidad, you know, or Labre, you know, Labre, you understand what I'm saying, down in Point Fort inside. And I know there's a next lake, they say somewhere in what you call it, where this place is, Montserrat, you know, I think Montserrat have a next lake as well, and there's other lakes in different places. So all these things come from some places, you understand what I'm saying? And hence the reason why I say I walk across here. One of the reasons why I always being directed to these things, because these things come from our genetic structure, you understand what I'm saying? You know, we are from that place, you know. But at the same time, the building probably stand right here. We are seeing this empty lot is no longer there, and this is going to go somewhere, and this is going to go into a container. There's factories that have components with us grind these things, you know, and this might go somewhere else. And if you all come back to this location, you know, you'll see cement bricks are being replaced to build these new structures. And when this building kiss this building here, and the platonic movement, the vibration from the platonic movement, the bricks will break. You know, the bricks will break, you know, this kind of way, and the place will fall apart, you know what I'm saying? And then they have to pay like whatever they pay in $1 million to build this building, they have to pay in the next 5 years, they have to pay 10 million, 15 million, or 50 million, you know. And this is what's going on over and over. Hence the reason why they bring me across here, to make sure to let you all know I went to school, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, I just went to school. I've been educating myself, self-educating myself since a young man, you know. Y'all are destroying the place. This is happening between this is happening between beyond which part this is, but this is Brooklyn Avenue. This is Brooklyn Avenue and Brooklyn Avenue, between Brooklyn Avenue and Krung Street, you know what I'm saying? Between Brooklyn Avenue and Krung Street, you know, right in the corner. And if you watch the geographical building, the building is right there, you know. If you watch the symbology in the building, the symbology has what we call pyramids, you know what I'm saying, or what they call a crystal, you know, what we say four-pointed star, a four-pointed side, not a hexagram, a four-pointed star symbology in it, you know what I'm saying, and you know, same thing on the side here. So they're destroying all the buildings on these sides here, you know. It's very heartbreaking to know these things, you know, have value. And as I say, other people is taking the getting into what we say, the arrangement of destroying these things, you know, and then they might burn down the building or catch the building on fire to make a profit of it, you know, because it looks like the roof has been catch a fire, you know. These things don't catch a fire just so, you know. They don't catch a fire just so somebody set these things on fire, you understand? Just to destroy the place or destroy the integrity of the place or the person who probably had a what we call an insurance on the place, you understand what I'm saying, to make a profit of it. They are doing this all over. They gain from the profit, you understand what I'm saying? Because after they gain of the profit from the insurance, and then after they have other what safety nets with the safety nets with where they do things, and see how they do things, you know. This is the company where they're saying this site is monitored by some security nonsense, you know what I'm saying? But this site is monitored by satellites orbiting in the air, you know, to ensure that this madness continue. If this continue, somebody have to make a jail, you know, so I'm saying, because this is a part of our legacy, as I should say, you know. So it's between it is between Brooklyn and Krung Street, you know, so you know. A lot of Jews is living in this neighborhood, you know. So I don't know how they acquire the property. I don't know how they acquire the finances, you know. So I'm saying to acquire these properties, but they have stemmed the trends, you know. So I'm saying the trails into these communities, and they now own it, you know. And by way of what we call when you're graphing from one place to the next, what you call it, gentrification, you know, so what I'm saying. So they gentrify the community, you know, so what I'm saying, and they now send the whole platoon or the whole army in the place, and they tend to use this fiat, you know, so what I'm saying, that can't even come, the fiat they're using to buy this whole community, you know, so what I'm saying. The amounts of bricks inside of this is worth more than the money they pay for this community here, you understand what I'm saying? And this is what's going on between Montgomery, you understand what I'm saying? Montgomery and Brooklyn, between Montgomery and Brooklyn and Krung Street, you know. This is happening, you know. This is happening, and this is happening, you know. Anywhere they go, they destroy a place, then they build over and they put some kind of symbology on it, and then after the whole place get destroyed, and then after, you know what happening? Here what they're doing, they're having people like me who from this place, you know, someone I'm saying, they call them slaves and lie to them all the time, you know, someone I'm saying, all the time they lie to them, you know, someone I'm saying, they come from this place here, they're having them in building complex, you know, someone I'm saying, we have to pay rent to them, so you know what's going on, them going behind the scene and buy over the whole building, you know, someone I'm saying, and have them working for them, paying them a rent, and then they come in and buying over the people in them estates, you know what I'm saying? When I see the people on them, our estates, you know, and have us living in apartments where they could get rich off of us, you know what I'm saying? And them living in our homes. You know what I'm saying? There's so much of people living in 3-bedroom house. A family of 10 living in a 3-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? A family of 10 living in a 3-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? And these people and them come from nowhere, because we know if we go back and we stem the trail, like this is not racism, right? If we stem and we go to the trail and we see where these people come from, right, we will know that here going on, somebody has destabilized our community, somebody has destabilized our family name and called us slaves for so long, you understand what I'm saying? Right, that is the name of back, you understand what I'm saying? Right, you know, has destabilized our family name, has destabilized our family rootage, you understand what I'm saying, and has taken over everything that we own, you understand? Everything that belongs to us, you understand what I'm saying? By way of slave trade and by way of by genocide. You understand what I'm saying? Genocide is the right term. You understand what I'm saying? When genocide is when they take something from somebody and they no longer have it. You understand what I'm saying? They take somebody's life, they no longer have it. You understand what I'm saying? They take over somebody's community, they no longer have it. They kidnap the children, they no longer have the children. That is what genocide is placed on. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to understand these facts. And this is facts what is taking place. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to address these things. Because I told you, their families have 10 people in their family and they're living in a 3-bedroom house. And all these places here concern them. You know? All these places here concern them. You know? And these people living like gods. Like gods, I tell all you. You know? Who making a change? When I don't chip up my family and these people and them, these people and them never get a vaccine. So they're comfortable, they could talk properly, they could have a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? When my family had to get once a vaccine and now they could hardly even move comfortable out of the house. All those wicked people are telling on there, boy. Wicked. You know? People living on the damn street, boy. And New York. All they want to highlight them thing. They know other developing countries doing. Other developing countries making sure and taking the people off the street. And making sure they have a nice, powerful house to live. And they're giving them securities. When I say securities, finances. To have a family. And educate them. Nothing no Mickey Mouse project. Because I see them kick off. And the next 2 months, they're next benefit aid. You understand what I'm saying? They're next benefit aid. You understand what I'm saying? So some government organization, you understand what I'm saying? Privatized or subsidiary of a government could get funding from them. Could claim the assets, you understand what I'm saying? All they're doing wants the nonsense out here, boy. For years I seen this as a child growing up. Now I'm a big man, you understand what I'm saying? And you know what's happening now? I see my sisters and them. We mightn't carry the same name, but we are sisters and brothers out here. And we are suffering. Because somebody else want to take over our territories. And have us suffering in these big tall complexes. You understand what I'm saying? Having 100,000 of us inside of it. 1 million of us in one building. You know? And we can have nothing. You know, all in the game. Suffering us. For so long. And now we're destroying the buildings on them. If we go on the records and see all the buildings, most of the buildings, you understand what I'm saying, that has been destroyed, you understand what I'm saying, whether it be demolished, you understand what I'm saying, whether it be in Brooklyn, Manhattan, whether it be in anywhere in America, yeah, Germany and all anyway, you understand what I'm saying, has been destroyed, and you watch your family name, you'll see they're connected to. All AI systems run a direct investigations, you understand what I'm saying? A direct investigation as to who's people demolishing the buildings, destroying the buildings and them, and then you'll understand who is the contractors who are benefiting from this. This is a serious issue. And then you're putting up some buildings that can't even hold a 5.2 earthquake. Or even a magnitude, even a 4.5, you understand what I'm saying? It will shatter the blocks. Well, the thing before they do it for those engineers, do the right thing, and for those not engineers, put on the side and the real engineers do the work. Right?